7. Eight.
Well, I don't know how many chances you're going to need to win a frame. Just not settled as yet.
It's very well played. And I'd like to find a reason why you missed that pink. You could say there was a few reasons you missed some of the other shots, but not that pink. That was an unmissable shot for a professional player, even under pressure. Just about
8.
made the black, but didn't quite get the cannon.
Decided to make sure of the certain snooker rather than risk a slow potting on the cushion. I can't tell from here whether the red passes the yellow into the baulk pocket, but he's got to be very careful here, because if it does pot, this would be a chance, regardless of how well he hits this, he'd do well not to leave a pot on.
Foul and a miss.
Well, run far enough not to be a free ball, otherwise it would have been problems. So we'll have another go at hitting the red. Not sure if that yellow, the yellow is covering the red into the right corner, the green pocket, as we say. But
Right.
if it's not going to be easy clearance for either player. Well, he's played an identical shot, I think. Slightly different throw off the side
Foul and a
cushion.
miss. Ryan Day 4.
Now Ryan may have taken this on if the pink was in the way, but need to give him another go. So. Eight points conceded. He's still 17 in front.
Okay.
Slight adjustment needed. Well, he made it. It could have been worse. The red is available. There's a very thin cut into the left corner, and it's certainly missable.
Yes, he's entitled to take this on, isn't he, with the pink and black being where it is. Far too thick. But at least he's back into the frame.
You never see these cut thin, always thick if they miss them or in. That's because they're playing with a bit of bottom and right hand side, and it throws the cue ball into the red. Made more difficult, of course, when you're playing with the rest, but couldn't call that a good chance from Ryan Day. Red goes past the green, so over distance, not an easy shot. Well, he's covered the red. And as it turned out, if you watch this now, he doesn't just miss the red, he brings the other red into play as well. So if he had left this red on for Ryan Day, it may well have been 2-0. I always feel, Willie, that when you're struggling out there, that's when you need a bit of luck, isn't it? There's no point having it when you're flying, because you're playing great anyway.
Yes, it's worrying times, isn't it, for the Cao Yupeng supporters, because he definitely should have won the first frame, he definitely should have won this frame, and he's struggling at the moment. You can certainly see the back cushion to come off the cushion for the red nearest the black, but you can't see the red direct. There you can see Michaela Tabb looking exactly where the cue ball is. It's essential if you're playing this shot off the cushion, you hit it full ball. Don't need the white to come crowing up the table as well. That's pretty good, because that red's going to go safe, I think. I'll just straighten up a little bit. Ryan might be tempted.
Ryan's turned 1 or 2 down so far in this match, and perhaps he feels he knows his young opponent is under pressure out there, and he's just doesn't want to give him an easy starter. Great pot. Blue's available, which can keep him closer to that final red there. And he's hit that perfect.
Not too sure they can play it without the rest, though. I'm sure he'd like to have leant over the table to get it.
6.
Yes, he's okay. So just one good pot here, and he goes favourite to take the second frame. Albeit is a few points behind.
7.
Well, if ever a match should have started 2-0 to the Chinese blowout, this should have been it. Ryan Day's pinching both frames.
$14. $17. $21. $26. Sure.
Chao Peng missed the pink earlier on in this frame, and it stayed exactly where it is now. And look how easy that is for Ryan Day to take the frame. He only needs the pink. Both players have had very good chances to take both frames, but Chao Peng knows that he should be leading 2-0. He isn't. Ryan Day's took them both, and Ryan Day leads 2-0.
And it's been an interesting pattern already in this match, because Cao's made the initial breakthrough, but it's Ryan Day that's come back and punished him each time, Steve.
Yes, and obviously, you know, the ball we saw Chao miss with the pink was, well, you know, you're trying to do a little bit with the white ball. You assume you're just guaranteed the pink's going to go in. You don't even give it any credit. But at this level, experience would show that you are capable of missing anything. But yeah, we've all missed those.
Yeah,
it's awful when it happens.
Yeah. What was your take on it, Ken? Because you were saying, "Oh no, what's
yeah,
going on?"
I know. I just couldn't believe it. I mean, you very rarely see many. As Steve said, you can miss anything out there, and particularly in the first session. There's a lot of nerves, particularly for CAO Peng, because he's not experienced in this stage of a tournament. You know, there's such a lot of pressure at the World Championship. But as Terry said in commentary, you can't afford to miss easy pots. I mean, he's had 2 or 3 chances in the first frame. He's had 2 or 3 chances in the second frame. And you just can't do that at this level. You know, if you do, you're going to get really punished. And he should be 2-0 up. He's sitting in his chair. He said, why am I not 2-0 up? Now it's 2-0 down.
Okay, well, he's actually out of the arena right at the moment, and he's obviously very unsettled about events so far. Whilst he is out of the arena, let's just quickly reflect on what's been in Ryan Day's mind of late in the vault.
I like genuine people, just genuine people who sit down and talk with anyone, and yeah, there's lots of my friends are similar to that. I don't like it when people are rude to people that particularly that they don't know. So I don't think it costs anything to be quite courteous. Yeah, I'd have to say spiders. I've recently moved house, and there seems to be a collection of the biggest spiders I've ever seen, I think. like to go back the mid-80s when the yuppies were about, and maybe my phone would fit in then. I like playing golf, and I like playing football as well, although it's a bit risky. You can obviously injure yourself. Gambling on football, because I never seem to pick the right team. I used to sort of like get into a ritual, if you like, of the way I'd take my cue out of the case and put it together in bits and pieces I'd carry into the arena, but I've sort of like gone out the window a bit.